Well, we met at different times over the early years of dispute resolution, primarily due to Judge Frank Evans,
Mm-hmm.
and really could not stand each other. Um, no, and it was somewhere like around Clear Lake. There was a big negotiation seminar that Randy Lowry came to town to do. This was in the late 80s when
Oh my
Randy was
gosh.
doing all his, and we were paired together. And you talk about people's interests in negotiation.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get it done as quickly as possible and get away from each other. And we got to an agreement in like 5 minutes.
She's exactly right. Part of the dislike was we were both disciples of Judge Evans, the founding father of Texas mediation, and both wanted to be his most important disciple. And of course, this is back in the day when the facilitative evaluative discussion was at its highest ebb. And Kim was more in the facilitative camp, and I was more in the evaluative camp. And so we just instinctively decided we wouldn't get along. But then something remarkable happened. I was chairing for the State Bar of Texas an advanced alternative dispute resolution seminar and co-chairing with Linnell Montgomery, who was the first chair of the State Bar section and a dear friend of Kim's.
No, we were co-chairs. We were co-chairs. You know my accuracy. Linnell and I were working together.
Right. And we got together the night before the conference to just go over things, and Kim was going to be a speaker. And what I didn't know after a couple of margaritas is that Linnell the next morning had lunch with Kim and apparently said, that Eric Galton isn't so bad after all. And she sort of put that in her head. Well, Kim was going to speak, I guess, right after me. And I made a presentation and ended, I guess, a little quicker than I thought I would. And Kim got up on stage and I listened to her and I thought she was just fantastic and brilliant and pretty and attractive.
As our wedding favors, we had t-shirts for the guests made because Eric loves rock and roll and concerts and how they have the concert series in all the places. And so the t-shirt was entitled the Kovach Galton Getting to Yes Tour. Well, my standard line is, I'm half Italian, and so at home we fight the old-fashioned way.
Kim's Italian and I'm Jewish. And the story about the Italian mother and the Jewish mother? The Italian mother says, if you don't eat your food, I'm going to kill you. The Jewish mother said, if you don't eat your food, I'm going to kill myself. Well, that sort of defines our method of conflict. I came from a family that avoided conflict if at all possible. Big internalizers. And I wasn't quite ready for the Italian approach to argument, which is you have a massive argument. Everybody talks very loudly. They gesticulate wildly. And then 3.5 minutes later, they're ready to kiss and make up and eat. It was very different. But we've somehow managed to make it work for how many years now, Kim?
26.
26.
I think anybody will tell you, or at least most people, that it's real hard to mediate your own dispute because we have all those perceptions and that instinct that we're right. And so when you're in it, it's a little hard to take that, outside or that look from the balcony. But I think we do a pretty good job then of stopping.
Oh, that's a great question.
Wow.
What secret mediation techniques? Well, Kim will not accuse me of doing active listening, so that's not one of them. I know that. So that would not be a technique. Do you use any on me, Kim?
I shouldn't disclose this.
No, seriously, really?
Silence. Silence.
Silence? Are you doing that now?
It was one of our daughters, and they were like 4 or 5 years old, maybe 6, but they were misbehaving. And so I said, that's it. You're going to timeout. I was grabbing them. Whoa, no, Mom. You know what you and Dad say. That's not how we solve things. We talk them out.
Yeah, I think several things need to be said about this. First and foremost, I'm a much better, more complete, more thoughtful, more skilled mediator because of Kim Kovach. So that, in my view, is beyond question. Secondly, I am in awe of the fact that after being a full-time academic for so many years, in the last 3 years, Kim has developed an extraordinary neutral practice, mediates regularly, arbitrates regularly. And one thing I'd add to that is she mediates the Texas Education Agency special education cases. I have to tell you, I couldn't find my way out of one of those cases or figure out how to do it because they're fraught with emotion. They're very difficult. The issues are painful to even listen to a little bit. It's hard for everybody. And to be a mediator who gets involved in a conversation for parents who are looking out for special needs children and schools, and to come out of that more often than not with a favorable resolution is a lot damn harder than a lot of things that I do. And I guess the closing comment is now that we're in the house together since March, when COVID all started and we haven't left, we haven't killed each other yet.